And it is 10 o'clock. Good evening. I'm Cordell Wright. The Sioux Falls community of South Sudanese immigrants are calling for action from the United Nations to help friends and family who fled to refugee camps in Ethiopia. Parker Brown sat down with them and brings us our top story tonight.
David Jall came to the United States as a refugee nearly 30 years ago. He still has friends and family living in Africa who have been dealing with the recent crisis of new refugees and instability in the region. Recently, the United Nations Refugee Agency has stopped providing assistance to South Sudanese refugees in Ethiopia due to the Ethiopian government diverting aid.
I think that is legitimate reason for them. We're not here to speak on behalf of UN or Ethiopian government, but we are concerned because the refugees that the food was providing for are dying of starvation.
Goyal originally came to the United States for college around 20 years ago. He moved back to South Sudan until 2015. He's now in Sioux Falls and has seen how South Sudanese immigrants have tried their best to help.
It's really impacting us, members of those communities living in the United States, because we've been trying to send them money. That is not enough. Some of them don't even have relatives here, and this has been making a lot of sleepless nights for most of us living here.
Sleepless nights because it's difficult to stop thinking about their loved ones struggling overseas.
When you come here, you consider yourself to be one of the lucky ones. You have a job, you have a food on the table, your kids are eating. And you can imagine you yourself before you come here, or the kids that were there with no food. It makes you really think again and say, what is the purpose of living? And the purpose of living is to provide for yourself and also provide for others.
South Sudanese immigrants in the U.S. can only do so much. They're calling on the UN Refugee Agency to find some way to help. Until they do, Jal and many others continue to field phone calls asking for help. Jal received 3 calls before 8 this morning.
So there has to be a balance on your part, but at the same time, if someone's saying, I'm dying, give me something, you cannot just turn your head and say, sorry.
In Sioux Falls, Parker Brown, Dakota News Now.